Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? I'm Enrique, and this is Easy Things to Draw. You can call me Enrique, or you can call me Sketch Monster. That is my pen name, some goofy little name I, put on my Instagram and a couple of DeviantArts. Anyways, the subject of today's video is: am I too old to start learning to draw? Am I too old to start learning art? Art. I mean, specifically drawing and painting. Mostly drawing, right? So this has got to be one of the most common questions I've gotten since about 4 or 5 years ago when I started this channel. Like right from the beginning after art school, I got this. It always came up, this question. Am I too old? Am I too old? And I got kind of a weird opinion about it. So, it might turn into a rant. I'm sorry, but anyways, we're gonna get into that. Before that, though, if you like learning to draw, if you like art tips that'll improve your drawing, if you like, learning how to draw like your favorite cartoon character, etc., anatomy, all that stuff's on this channel. Please subscribe to this channel if you like all that. And also don't forget to tick the little bell icon. That'll actually give you the notification for when the videos are uploaded. So, okay, let's get into the main topic. And I'm gonna be really blunt, like super blunt about this, okay? So I don't think I'll offend anyone, but so when I heard this question, whenever I get this question, right, which is a lot, especially toward the beginning, I would ignore it. I would be like, I'd be like, oh, I thought it was like a joke question. Am I too old for this? Because in my mind, for example, like for me, I started when I was 18. I didn't doodle before that. I wasn't into art at all or drawing. I feel like 18 was late, But I guess people that ask this sometimes are in their 30s, 40s, beyond. Most people, if you're 16, you're watching this, I understand. You're probably not watching this. You might be. That'd be cool. Most people that watch this are in their 20s-ish, early 20s, late teens, late high school. But I would say that this to me was kind of like learning to learn a computer program, or learning to be an architect, or like learning a very specific skill, or learning let's say an instrument. That's the way I saw drawing. So I never really saw an age cap. Never saw an age cap at all. I didn't even understand it. And then I found out some people saw that, like some people saw drawing the way you see like learning a language. And I know I've heard evidence that that's pretty easy to learn as an adult also. It's just that you built up so many invisible barriers in your mind. I get it when you're a little kid, you grow up around it, right? And you have to kind of use it. But as you get older, you build a lot of these excuses, right? These like reasons why you can't learn, and then you ingrain them hard, especially the longer time goes on. And something becomes harder and harder because you're telling yourself you're just not able to learn it. Let me give you an example of that. One of them is my friend, one of my closest friends. He is about to be 60 this year. Nice guy, super nice guy, really smart guy too. Great artist. And he's been saying for the last 10 years he cannot learn anything to do with electronics, like the computer, that whole thing. He just can't learn it. And he's still bad at all of that. He can't even learn the simplest apps. He kind of barely uses Facebook, barely, kind of. So he's been saying this story like for 10 years. But then again, you have people like my mom, who's going to be 60 pretty soon, or you have other people. I even had my grandmother, using Instagram at one point. Like, that doesn't really matter, you know what I mean? They didn't grow up with that technology either, but yet they're using it. So with him, I honestly think he can learn it, but he refuses to kind of acknowledge that it's possible. And so he is kind of stuck in this like little mental prison he kind of created for himself, at least on that one thing. And I'm seeing that everywhere. And you probably have it too with something else. I have it too. I'm trying to get over that too. It's weird. It's something you create. So I would say that when you're older, let's say you're 45, right? And you want to learn to draw, you might have that built up. Because if you have that built up, you know, to kind of break through that barrier and admit like you were wrong. Hey, you can learn this. You're gonna be like, wow, I wasted a lot of time. I wasted many, many years where I could have learned this when I was 20, but I didn't, you know. But if you can't learn it, if you're like, no, this is something that's impossible to learn if I'm too old, you have this excuse, and it kind of, you don't have that burden of responsibility for yourself to learn it anymore. You know, you don't need to learn it anymore. You're like, oh, it's impossible, so you just don't do it. And I see that constantly, constantly, especially with our older people that want to learn to draw. So I'm going to tell you right now, it's just a skill. It's a skill. You can learn at any age. I told you in the other video, I believe it was like a week ago, that like how long would it take you? Somebody that was training really hard and had like a teacher every now and then to show their work or etc. You know, from 2 to 5 years, depending on how much you do it, depending on what resources you have, and how often you're showing it to a better artist than yourself. You kind of have to have like a kind of a mentor. Even if you just show somebody your work once a month, that really, really helps. That could get you right back on the road and boom, you do it. But I don't see any difference between somebody learning it at like 10 years old to 65. I don't, at all, zero. That's why I kind of laughed at that question whenever people ask it. I'm like, this is a dumb question. And I should have put this under dumb questions, but I didn't. It's not that dumb, and it's just so many people ask it. That's pretty much it. That's my opinion. What's your opinion? You know, do you guys have any life experience that, you know, kind of to drop on me? I really want to hear it in the comments. One last thing. So this is a little bit of an announcement. So I haven't uploaded the last couple of days, and I want to be able to announce stuff to you guys. So if you want to look for announcements, I'm probably going to announce it on the Facebook page to Easy Things to Draw. I'm not going to link it. Just look on Facebook. Just look up Easy Things to Draw. It's there. I'll probably make announcements there until I can create some sort of, I don't know how to say it, like a bulletin board to kind of announce stuff here. And if you want to like see little bits of my real life, you know, if you care, you probably don't. But if you want to see little bits of things I'm working on, maybe a little, like when I'm on a trip, I'll be like, hey, check this out. I post on Instagram story. You guys can always look at that just to see, you know, get a window of what's going on with me, and maybe like what conventions go on, etc. My Instagram is sketch_monster, the number 1, and I'll write it in the description. I'll just straight up write it. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you do want to learn more about like kind of the mental side of art and kind of the mental barriers I see hold people back, you know, where people are held back not by technical skill, but people are held back by something in their brain, you know, like a personality flaw or something really like dumb. Go to refinethedesign.com, and I have a program there all about it. I have 22 of these kind of mental things going on, and I talk about how to kind of begin to get rid of them. So I'm not going to link that one at all, by the way. That one, you guys have to find that on your own. But it's on the main website, refinethedesign.com. So, all right, see you later, guys, and thank you for everything, and I'll see you soon.